Hey everyone, so today is July 1st, which marks the first day of World Watercolor Month, and I will be trying to complete the challenge of one watercolor per day. But to start off, I wanted to go over the different supplies I have and will be using for the month, and here we go. Over here are my cups that I use for water. I have two cups, one for clean water, one for dirty water, and just an extra one that I use for brushes and just random tools like the syringe, which I use to re-wet watercolors if need be. For paper, I will be using the Stillman and Birn Alpha Sketchbook, and possibly if I find myself out and about and without my sketchbook, I will use this Innovative Journaling Companion Refill. Inside it has 90-pound Arches text woven paper, so it's not watercolor paper, but it's still 100% cotton, so it works pretty well with watercolors. So sorry about the glare on this side of the screen, but over here are my two watercolor palettes. This is the Sakura Watercolor Pocket Field Sketch Box. It's the 24 color version. Here are some swatches of the color that I have on top, and the palette and the 24 colors. It also comes with a medium-sized water brush, which I actually really love. I wasn't expecting much because it was a brush that came with the set, but it actually works really well. And over here is the Prima Marketing Tropicals set. It's called the Watercolor Confections, and the unfortunate part is that none of these watercolors have names, but I actually really like them too. They're very pigmented, they re-wet really easily, and I love this metal tin. I will be using both of these together, and unless I'm traveling, which in case I will only travel with this palette, but at home, since I have only these two, I will use them to their full extent, utilize all the mixing spaces. Okay. Some other brushes I have are my Pentel Aquash water brushes. I bought the 3-pack, and it has a small, medium, and large brush. I can show you the large. But yeah. So two other brushes that I have are the Simmons Sapphire in 8 round. This is a sable and synthetic mixture brush, and I find that it works pretty well. It's the first actual brush that I bought, and I'm pretty happy with it. This is the Cotman round brush in size 3. I got this with a sample kit when I went to a watercolor lecture by Winsor and Newton. Also really like that. I do not own any sable brushes, so I cannot compare synthetic versus full-on sable, but so far I'm happy with all the brushes that I have at my disposal. Now, 3 other tools I'll be using are my pens. This is a Uni-Ball Signo 153. It's a white gel pen, which can come in handy always. This is the Sakura Pigma Micron in 0.5 tip size. And I also have a Sakura Pigma pen, also in 0.5 tip size, and honestly, it doesn't seem like there's a huge difference between the ink that's in either of them. I think it is just the packaging, really. Like, this is a metal tipped, or this tip has a metal casing, and this is kind of just like a plastic one in the Pigma pen, but I can't tell any difference between the actual ink itself. They're both really waterproof, quite dark, so I'm happy with both of them. I use whatever one I grab first. Honestly, I don't see any difference between them. Okay, and the last thing that I'll be using as a tool are my color charts. This is the Prima Marketing Tropicals color chart that I made. Let's see if sorry for the glare. And this is a Sakura Koi sketch box. As you can see, I only filled out a half of it. That was purely like my short-sightedness. It didn't really click to me that I should fill out both sides with kind of like the same color. But you know, it doesn't matter. It gets the job done. If I want to find a color, I can just look through this, and I wrote down the mixtures for everything. Like this color, this nice neutral tone, which you can barely see, is a cobalt blue hue and a cadmium red. So yeah, I always use this color chart, and color charts in general are really helpful because sometimes you just, you know, don't know how to make a certain color, and this is the best way to find something close to what you're looking for, and then you can probably just go from there to figure out how to get to that color. But yeah, I love these. I'm so glad I made them. Honestly, you should make a color chart for every single watercolor palette you have because it is just such a good tool. But yes. And that's pretty much it for my watercolor tools. I'm super excited to take more videos. I may do a video of me doing a watercolor. I don't know how that will turn out because, again, I'm a beginner and really my artistic abilities are limited, but it should be a fun month. I love watercoloring. It's made me really happy these days, and that's really what counts. So I hope you guys have a good watercolor month and watercolor on. Bye!